10 žalitev.
Veš, to so resni te. Ni dobro boljš, ne?
To je dobro.
Šašta, kaj
Tu se znajdeš.
Ja.
Te so res, to je drugače tako dobro.
Ja, tole bomo, ja.
Aj, bo se prosil.
Se mi zda, ja, dobro.
Se to vidva javlja. Ribo. Sem mislil drugače, da ne nobenega, pa sem že Džajramu rekel. Ja, zdaj... Kaj so te... Ha? Ja, da boš ti... Ja, itak. Itak še sledoletje. Ti se kar vsed pa igraj, dej. Kar igraj, dej. Vidim to, da bo Nisinhadev četrdaši, pa da ima enega Nisinhadeva za ogrevanje. Pa ko so že kamni krvavi. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahladananda Swami. Prahladananda Swami. Bhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Panch Tattva ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krišna, vsi lepo pozdravljeni na današnjem nedeljskem srečanju. En velik haribol za glasbeno ekipo, zdaj Alom Prabhujem na čelu. Sedaj pa smo vsi skupaj vabljeni na predavanje. In sicer naslov predavanja bo božanska milost. Kdor rabi prevod, naj iz angleščine v slovenščino. A kdo rabi prevod v slovenščino? Naj se javi predol Čandri, prebujo tamle. Se že vsi tisti veste. Se pravi, predavanje bo imel njegova svetost Prahladananda Swami Maharaj, naš GBC in lokalni guru. En velik haribol tudi za njega. Maharaj, welcome.
Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paskatyare Sitarine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Vishnupad Paramahamsa Bhagavadacharya Asadhara Satushi Shriman, His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Haribo, Slava Zabrani Bhakta, Slava Shri Guru Shri Gurangi. So anyone who doesn't speak English, there is this translator here, and I think we have these earphones. So if you like it in Slovene, you can get earphones. Who has the earphones? How many earphones do you have? You have some more? You have 10 more. So if anyone would like an earphone, it'll be in Slovene through the earphone. Om Agyanativarandasya Garanjana Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam. So this language that we're speaking, for anyone who's just come, this is called Sanskrit. Sanskrit's the oldest language in the world, and the reason why we recite the these sometimes in Sanskrit, these verses that we have, is that it's across the world is universal. So we all learn the same Sanskrit, and if we say it in our different centers, or if you go to India, where many people know Sanskrit, if you recite these verses in Sanskrit, then everyone knows what you're talking about. But we also have the translation in Slovene, so it's not that we only speak Sanskrit, obviously. Also, Sanskrit is very good because it's a very, in one sense, it's a very simple language. So words that are seen in one of these, what we call verses or slokas, when we see the same word in another sloka, more or less we can understand what it means in the context of the new verse. So today we're going to read from this ancient book. This book was spoken 5,000 years ago between a warrior named Krishna and his follower, his friend named Arjuna. Arjuna had a problem. Like most of us have problems, that he was afraid that he had to fight in the war and that he had to kill people. But these people were his friends, his relatives, his well-wishers. So he wasn't very enthusiastic about fighting. And Krishna explains Bhagavad Gita to help Arjuna understand what his duty is. What's the best thing for him? What's the best thing for his family, even if he has to fight. So today we're going to read a verse. This is at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. It's called The Contents of the Gita Summarized. This is text number 14, which is on the board, but I'm just going to read the Sanskrit and then the translation. Matra sparshas tu konteha shitoshna sukadukada agama paino nityas tam tatikshas vavarata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and the disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O sign of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So please repeat, O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception. O sign of Bharata. And one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Purport by our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. In the proper discharge of duty, one has to learn to tolerate non-permanent appearances and disappearances of happiness and distress. According to the Vedic injunction, one has to take his bath early in the morning, even during the month of Magh, January, February. It is very cold at that time. But in spite of that, a man who abides by the religious principles does not hesitate to take his bath. Similarly, a woman does not hesitate to cook in the kitchen in the months of May and June, the hottest part of the summer season. One has to execute his duty in spite of climactic inconveniences. Similarly, to fight is a religious principle of the Kshatriyas. And although one has to fight with some friend or relative, one should not deviate from his prescribed duty. One has to follow the prescribed rules and regulations or religious principles in order to rise up to the platform of knowledge. Because by knowledge and devotion can one liberate himself from the clutches of Maya, illusion. Two different names of address given to Arjuna are also significant. To address him as Konteya signifies his great blood relations from his mother's side. And to address him as Bharata signifies his greatness from his father's side. From both sides, he is supposed to have a great heritage. A great heritage brings responsibility in the matter of proper discharge of duties. Therefore, he cannot avoid fighting. So the verse again, O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and the disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O son of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Bhagavad Gita is a continuum from one understanding of philosophy to the next. It's a very sequential philosophy. So in the first verse, where Krishna gives some instruction to Arjuna, he begins with, as most of us know, Denosminita dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tata dahantara praptir diryas tatra namuyate. As the embodied soul continually passes from boyhood to youth to old age, so similarly the soul passes into another body with death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. In other words, we all have the experience that our body is changing. I don't think anyone can deny that. But also, we within the body, who are conscious of all the changes of the body, we ourselves are not changing. Because we can remember having a little baby body or a five-year-old body or a 15-year-old body, and now we have this body, and it'll continue to change. We, the soul, the person within the body, the one who's conscious of the body, we're still the same person who's conscious of the body, although we may not be so much conscious of who we actually are. Now, as a sequence to that, or on that basis, then the question is, why don't we realize that we're not the body? If we're actually a spiritual being, why don't we realize that? So here it mentions the word illusion in the purport. Because currently we're in illusion. And what is that illusion? Principally it's that we are the body. And that the things that we're doing with this body, we're doing them independently. That there's no other factor that determines what we do and what we don't do. So that's what Bhagavad Gita clears up, that we're not independently doing anything. But what we are doing is we're desiring. The question is, principally, is what we desire. Now, in the beginning, if one hears Bhagavad Gita, then one understands, I'm eternal. Now, everyone would like to be eternal. All the superheroes are always live longer. Superman only has kryptonite. Otherwise, he's pretty healthy. Similarly, we admire people who live for 100 years old or longer. That's considered a great accomplishment. That everyone would like to live as long as possible. Of course, we'd like to live without much distress, but we'd like to live a long time. Luckily, for all of us, we're all eternal. So we're all going to live forever, but not in this body. Because the body is only temporary. But we don't have to worry about the body dying, actually, because the body's already dead. Sorry for the bad news. Because the body's dead in the sense that if you have a puppet and you put your hand in the puppet and move the puppet, then it appears that the puppet's moving. But actually what's moving is your hand. The puppet's not going anywhere. It's not really moving itself. It's moving because the hand is there. So similarly, the body appears to be alive only because we're in the body. But when we leave the body, then the body appears to be dead. But actually the body was always dead. Just like when you take your hand out of the puppet, what happens to the puppet? It falls to the ground. Now people may crowd around the puppet and say, did it have a heart attack? Resuscitation? It doesn't seem to work. We think the puppet is dead. But the puppet was never alive, so you can't resuscitate something that was never alive. Only in the movie called Frankenstein is that possible. So similarly, the body is not actually alive, although it's changing. In one sense, there are other living entities within the body who are alive. We're not the only ones in this body. But we're the prominent person, who's the prominent soul who's alive within this body. Now, in order to realize our eternality, we have to act on a different platform, other than just imagining ourselves to be this body. But that requires something called tolerance, which is mentioned here. In other words, we primarily are entangled in this body because of our minds and our faulty intelligence, that we don't know what to do in order to realize we're eternal. To realize we're eternal, that knowledge, that's considered to be spiritual knowledge, and that's the most important knowledge. Now there's other kind of knowledge. There's knowledge, scientific knowledge, there's knowledge of sports knowledge, there's so many different types of knowledge. And they all have their place in this world. They're all useful to one extent or another, but the best and the most important knowledge is to realize we're eternal. To begin with, at least. Because unless we realize we're eternal, then we'll never be peaceful. And unless we're peaceful, we can't be happy. Just like I gave the example before, say we were flying in an airplane called Hare Krišna Airlines. And we were going to a place called Mayapur in India. And everyone on board had a free ticket to fly for the festival. And I guess the next festival there is called Janmashtami, the birthday of Krishna, in August. I think Nrsimhadeva's appearance day is a little early, too early. So how many would accept a free ticket to fly to India for the Janmashtami festival in August? Unfortunately, Ananta's not here. He usually gives out the free tickets. Our temple president's not here. But anyhow, when he comes back, you can ask him for a free ticket. Tell him I sent you. And Sri Devi also. If he can't pay for it, Sri Devi will. So imagine when we're on the airplane, we're flying over to India for Gaur Purnim, and the pilot makes an announcement. Welcome to Air Hare Krišna. We hope you enjoy the flight. We have a nice program today. We're going to have a 15-course feast, and there'll be all kinds of preparations, including ice cream and pizza and halwa, different things. And we're going to have a movie called The Hare Krishnas in India. Now we only have one more announcement. Unfortunately, Sri Devi didn't have enough money to pay for all the tickets. So we only were able to put in half the amount of fuel into the airplane that we need to get to India. So my co-pilot has announced we're going to crash into the ocean in around 1/2 an hour. But don't worry, please don't worry, because we have expert servers on board, and they promise they're going to be able to serve out practically the whole feast before we crash. And don't worry, the movie is only for 1 hour, so you'll be able to see at least a half an hour of it. And if you really like the movie, then please pray to Krishna. You can come back and see the other half. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So the fact is that sooner or later, we have to crash. His body crashes. But in the meantime, we're trying to have the best time possible. But in the back of our minds, we know time, especially nowadays, goes very quickly, especially when you're having a good time. Everything goes so quickly, you don't know where the time went. Therefore, in the back of our minds, we're always thinking about, just like when sometimes people say, well, I'm not afraid of death. Well, if you're not afraid of death, why do you cross the street and look both ways? Why don't you just cross the street blindly if you're not afraid of death? Because everyone should be afraid of death. It's a good thing to be afraid of, because at least in the human form of life, either to fulfill our responsibilities or to make any spiritual advancement or material advancement, we need a body. We need a material body also. Therefore, this body should be taken care of very nicely, and there are sciences to help us do that. But the purpose of human life, at least, is not only to take care of the body. The first verse I ever learned in French, the English translation of it was, one should not live to eat, one should eat to live. So, taking care of the body is actually very important, but it's also important to take care of the self within the body. Just like if you have, the analogy is used, just like if you have a very nice cage with a bird inside. Now, the bird is going beep, beep. Does anyone know what beep, beep means? What? No, there's a different translation, Slovene, for the birds. Close. Beep, beep means, I'm hungry. And beep, beep, beep means, please feed me. The grammar is very simple. But the person thinks, oh, what a beautiful bird, beautiful cage. And they're just cleaning the cage. Oh, look at the bird. It's so happy. It's beeping all the time. He goes, beep, 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 beep. Oh, what a nice sound the bird's making. But actually the bird wants something to eat. It doesn't want his master to only clean the cage. Otherwise the bird will die. Similarly, the soul, ourselves, we want, as Prabhupada said, we want knowledge of how to live as long as possible, as happily as possible. That's really the only knowledge we're looking for, is how to live as long as possible and as happy as possible. Any other knowledge is not so relevant to anyone's existence. People admire sportsmen, they admire gymnasts, they admire people who are expert in health, because, and even any kind of science is supposed to be, for the most part, to help people be protected or to live longer, clean your teeth better so you can eat better. Everyone is looking for knowledge of how to make the material body better, how to make it more healthy, how to improve it, how to improve our existence for as long as possible. Now, we'd like to live forever as long as we can live forever happily. And if there was knowledge to how to live forever as happily as possible, certainly we'd appreciate that knowledge. Now here the first thing Krishna mentions is tolerance. So what to tolerate? The point is that the reason why we don't understand who we are is because, just like if you have a pool of water and you throw a rock into the pool, when it hits the bottom, what happens? All of a sudden, all this dirt comes up and clouds the whole pool, so we don't see what's at the bottom. So similarly, because our minds are so cloudy, so much disturbed by anxiety, what's going to happen in the future, what happened in the past. Therefore, we're not aware of ourselves because all are cloudy thoughts. But when the clouds kind of die down and the water becomes clear again, then it's possible to see on the bottom, to see what's actually there. Similarly, when our minds become peaceful, when we're no longer disturbed by hankering and lamentation, then we become more and more aware of our real selves. Now the question is how to pacify the mind. So one thing is tolerance. Now how to learn tolerance? If the mind is absorbed in something superior, then it will not be disturbed by something inferior. Even our practical everyday experience. Someone may have a toothache and it's really hurting. And one cannot bear the pain. But sometimes one's favorite program on television comes on, maybe a football game, and suddenly one becomes absorbed in the football game, in the enthusiasm of one's friends in the football game, and one forgets one has a toothache. And then as soon as the game is over, especially if our favorite team lost the game, then suddenly the toothache comes twice as much as it was before. Before it was bearable, but because our team lost, now it's unbearable. So similarly, there are actually different energies. One of the energies we consider to be spiritual, and the other material. Now there's not, apparently at the beginning, much difference between spiritual and material. But there is some difference. Just like we're chanting Hare Krišna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now this is considered a spiritual sound vibration. Technically, Hare means the energy of God, and Krishna is the name for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just as Krishna, a God, has many different names, like Yahweh, Adonai, Jehovah, etc. Krishna means the highest attraction, because Krishna has all beauty, he has all fame, he has all knowledge, he has all strength, he has all renunciation, and all wealth. And also Krishna is the reservoir of happiness. Now, we can go on chanting Hare Krishna, but if you try, therefore it's things that are considered to be ever new and ever enjoyable, they're considered to be spiritual. We've been chanting Hare Krishna, just like even today, for some time, and yet we can go on chanting Hare Krishna. But if we were chanting water, 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 or even the Beatles, whatever, how long can you listen to that sound vibration? How long can we chant water, 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 water? After a while it gets tiring. But if we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, it doesn't become tiring, especially if we chant it with some feeling and with some attention. Therefore, it's considered to be spiritual. Similarly, there is considered to be the form of Krishna, just like we have our paintings here of Krishna. Of course, to us, they may look like just ordinary paintings. Person playing a flute, has a peacock feather, a baby with his mother, etc. Some other pictures here, Krishna with his girlfriends. So they seem like, pretty normal. They all seem happy. But one thing about these pictures is that we consider them the windows to the spiritual world. In other words, Krishna's form, or the form of God, which we believe has a form, is also spiritual. And therefore one can look at the paintings and actually get more and more spiritual benefit from doing it. We don't even have to chant Hare Krishna, we just have to look at the paintings and get some spiritual experience. Similarly, Krishna has activities that are described and we can hear about them and also get a different type of experience. So this experience is considered to be superior to any kind of material experience because it gets better and better. It doesn't get tiring. And therefore, if we think about, if we hear the sound vibration of Hare Krishna, then some of the miseries of material life we can tolerate more. Just learning tolerance is generally not sufficient, because one can tolerate for some time, just like if you grab hold of a crocodile. You can hold the jaws of the crocodile shut for some time, but then after some time we'll also get tired. And as soon as we get tired, then the next meal the crocodile has is us. Similarly, we can try and suppress the mind. We could try to control the mind in many different ways, but ultimately we'll get tired of it. We'll try and suppress the mind, and the mind will tell us, you're such a good meditator. Now you're not even thinking of anything. And then we'll simply think about what a good meditator I am. So it's extremely difficult to think of nothing. We invite everyone to do it. See if you can do it. Close your eyes and think of nothing. I'll guide you in the meditation. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then we'll think of nothing. But if we have something superior, just like the chanting of Hare Krishna, it's free. We can recommend it to everyone, and they'll get another experience. At least they'll for the first time, they'll have something they can chant about, they can chant constantly and not get tired of. Even if they do it a little bit every day for 1 week, then they'll see actually it works. We'll discover something spiritual. And by that, fixing our mind upon that spiritual sound vibration, then the result will be that we'll actually become peaceful. Of course, at first, just like before all the dust simply settles, just like spring cleaning, if anyone has ever done spring cleaning, during the winter, you just sweep all the dust underneath the rug. That's if you have a rug. And then when spring comes, you decide, well, we have to pick the rug up, take it outside, and suddenly all the dust comes up. You think, well, I was trying to clean the house, but it became more dusty. It didn't become more dusty. You simply discovered all the dust that was already there, and now you'll have an opportunity to clean it. If you keep it underneath the rug, then you'll never know how dirty your house actually is, how dusty it is. Similarly, the mind has been accumulating all kinds of dust for many, many lifetimes, and therefore we may not be aware of all the dust. We're aware of how our minds are covered. One of the symptoms of that covering is that we think we're this body. And then the Bhagavad Gita also breaks down the bodily concept of life into 3 different categories: the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. So in the mode of ignorance, that's when we're tired all the time. Not only we identify with the body, but we think the body's tired. We think I have a tired body. So that's one kind of experience. So that means that the dust over our mind is very heavy at that time. And when the dust is not so covering us, then we think, well, now I got energy. now let me go and enjoy. Now is the time to enjoy. And many times we think now is the time to enjoy, and sometimes we want to enjoy too much. So we eat too much, or we do other things too much, and then we get tired. We get covered over again, and then we want to sleep. And sometimes there's less covering over our minds, and we feel peaceful. We feel contented and happy. Sometimes we learn something, and we feel enthusiastic. I just learned something I didn't know before. And we become very happy. I'm actually learning something. I'm getting some more awareness than I had before. Things are looking brighter. So that's called the mode of goodness. So the idea is there's a process by which we can gradually purify our minds from the modes of ignorance. Of course, ignorance is there even in the sense that we just don't suddenly purify our minds from ignorance, but it can lessen to a certain extent so that we can tolerate and regulate the amount that we sleep, the anger that we have, the frustrations that we have can be regulated. Similarly, we can regulate our senses so we don't enjoy too much or we don't enjoy too little, and we can remain more or less contented and happy and progressively become more and more illuminated in goodness. So in this age when everything is very complicated, we can't go into the forest and meditate. We can't do many things that were done previously, like stand on our head, or whatever they do. But this chanting of Hare Krišna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These names of the Supreme Lord and His energy are recommended for everyone to chant. It's free. And if we do that, well, we can see the result. It's self-evident. Just like when the sun comes up in the morning, we don't have to have a certificate that the sun's there. We don't have to have a scientific investigation to prove that the sun is in the sky. It's self-evident. Similarly, anyone who chants Hare Krišna, it'll become self-evident after some time of what the effect is. One can feel it oneself. The example is given, just like one eats a meal, with every bite of the meal, one experiences three things. One experiences satisfaction, alleviation of hunger. One experiences satisfaction, alleviation, hunger, and detachment from wanting to eat more. And enlivenment, that's the other thing. One feels growing energy from eating. So similarly, when we chant Hare Krišna in the right way, or other activities that we have, first we feel there is some pleasure, there is some happiness, and then we're able to see things more clearly. And then we feel detachment from things that draw our minds away from Krishna, so that everyone can experience. And there's a science of chanting Hare Krišna in such a way as that we can do that as quickly as possible, experience that as quickly as possible. So I'll stop here. Thank you. Any questions? Yes.
Thank you for inspiring. Thank you for inspiring lecture. I just wanted to ask, when you mentioned the importance of being absorbed in process of Krishna consciousness, so I wanted to ask for some advice as how can we absorb our consciousness when we are trying to devote to some spiritual activities. How can we really be absorbed in such cases?
Well, everything requires practice. So we practice learning how to chant Hare Krišna and simply listen. And even if thoughts come to our mind, we let them come and go. And just concentrate on how to pronounce the words and nicely Just like if we like something, if we're singing a song that we like, we sing it happily. No one will sing a song, for a long time in a morose way. Generally, even if the song is a little bit melancholy, we like to sing it in a way that makes us feel good. So we should learn how to chant Hare Krishna in such a way as it makes us feel good. And then we'll be able to concentrate our minds on it more. We like to concentrate our minds on things that make us feel good. Just like outside they have some ice cream or other food we have. So it's not difficult to concentrate the mind on the taste. So that's what we have to do, is we can chant Hare Krishna nicely in such a way as it makes us feel, we do it happily, and then we'll be able to concentrate more on it. Anything else?
Hare Krishna, I have one question. Soon will be a referendum in Slovenia about euthanasia. Euthanasia. What is our opinion of Vaishnavism on this topic?
Well, according to this verse, learning tolerance is very good. But nowadays, people don't, for the most part, people don't know the value of human form of life. That the human form of life is so valuable that even if we can't enjoy the senses the way we'd like to, even if we can't eat what we want, our sleep is not perfect, there's no more love life or romance, and that we know we have to leave the body sooner than later, still, every opportunity in the human form of life is a chance for advancement in spiritual life. And even if there's pain, of course nowadays they have enough medicines, enough painkillers, that they can reduce the pain to a tolerable amount. And therefore, if one learns spiritual life and has a proper medical guidance, every moment in the human form of life is very valuable to advance spiritually. If people understood that, then euthanasia would not be even a question from the majority of people. But because everything is based upon the temporary body and its enjoyment, therefore people don't see why they should live in the body any longer when their sense enjoyment goes down. Anything else? Yes, Sri Devi. I think it's Sri Devi who's going to give out all the tickets.
Thank you, Maharaj, for a wonderful class. I was thinking about how, even though we know we are not the body, we are not the mind, etc., the mind and the body give us so much trouble. And at times it can get very overwhelming with illness, health issues, etc., and we become discouraged. So how we can go on in the face of such difficulties?
Well, when we're not so, as Prahlad Maharaj said, one of our leaders in our society, he said that while the body is strong and healthy and not deteriorating, then we should practice Krishna consciousness, especially at that time. Because otherwise, when times get too difficult, then it's not going to be possible to suddenly do these things. It becomes extremely difficult because we're too preoccupied. But if we start at a time when we're not so preoccupied, then when the difficulties come, then we won't be so much, we know what the alternative. We know where to put our mind and our consciousness so that we can go to a different space, we can say, a space which goes beyond just the suffering of the body and the mind. But that's our choice. Just like if you go up to a tree and embrace it, you say, let me go, please let me go. And someone comes along and says, my dear sir, don't you realize that the tree's not holding you, you're holding onto the tree. Oh no, you and your philosophy, tell the tree to let me go. Can't you help me? So similarly, in human form of life especially, we have the opportunity, if we learn the science of spiritual life, to either put our consciousness on something spiritual or something material, the body, and etc. So when we have that knowledge, then we can switch from the material to the spiritual, and we'll switch from suffering to happiness. But that has to be learned while we have the opportunity.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Anything else? Wala Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Kanka baje, baje kadatala. Madhuram Redanga baje, Paramarasala. Kote Chandra Jini Padana Ujvala Mala de Sevana Mala Kore Jalamala Shiva Shuka Narada Preme Gada Gada Makati Vinodadeke Odara Sampada Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatyade Chatarine Hey Guruji Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vivo Vivo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ribo, Goranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rivo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva. Jayo Gauranitai, 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 Jayo Gauranitai. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande.
Prabhupada Asid Harasatushi Shiman, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Samstapakacharya, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahams Prabhupada Asid Harasatushi Shiman, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantya Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhadraganath, Shri Jeev Gopala Das Raghunath, Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Jago Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vatsari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath, Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govindam Ki Jai. Mathuradam Ki Jai, Vrindavandam Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Navadvip Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai, ISKCON Ljubljana Ki Jai, Gangamai Ki Jai, Jamunamai Ki Jai, Srimati Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Srimati Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Haribo, Slava Zarani Bhaktam, Slava Zarani Bhaktam, Slava Zarani Bhaktam, Slava Shri Gurui Shri Gurangi. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahladananda Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatam Kanakalaye Ito Nishingha Parato Nishingo Yato Yato Yamitato Nishingha Vahir Nishingo Ridaye Nishingo Singamadim Sharanam Prapaye Avakar Kamalavarena Adhuta Shinga Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Eshavadita Nari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Nrityangadev, Gaya Nrityangadev, Nrityangadev, Gaya Nrityangadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krišna. Še prosim, kar usedite. Prosim, kar sedite. Imamo še par kratkih obvestil. Najprej bi prosil Shri Devi Mataji, ki je tukaj. Shri Devi Mataji, are you here? Naj bi imela ona, bi hotela nekaj povedati. Pa nič. Tako se mi naročila, da bo ona nekaj povedala. Se pravi, v sredo, to sredo je festival pojavitve gospoda Nrsimhadeva. Vsi ste lepo vabljeni, obvestila so na naši WhatsApp skupini ali pa na Slovenijem forumu. Če jo kdo od vas ni v tej skupini, se lahko javi, pa vas bomo dodali. Še ni. No, bomo še dali. Na WhatsApp skupini pa je že nekaj časa nazaj. Potem bi vas rad še obvestil, da bo ta avgust na Pohorju kot vsako leto ta slovenska jatra, umik. Več informacij od 13. do 17. z Chandramali Swamijem kot glavnim gostom in še z ostalimi. Vsi ste lepo vabljeni, več bomo o ceni, o nekih podrobnostih bomo še dali obvestilo ven, ampak če imate čas, si lahko rezervirate dopust. Se pravi 13. do 17. avgusta. Zdaj samo še čakamo na... Če kdo želi pomagati, Vrača Bumi Mataji je tamle v roza majici, lahko pomagate pri pranju posode, je zelo zaželeno. Se pravi, danes so kuhala naša brahmačari ekipa iz templa. Haribol! Kaj? Indijan, brahmačari. Še z Rade Govinda, kaj? Grihasta brahmačari tudi. To je to. Za danes bom še v angleščini povedal. For those who don't understand Slovenian, on this Wednesday will be a festival, Nrsimhadev appearance in the afternoon. You are most welcome. Then Anybody want to help with cleaning the pots? You can, plates, you're also most welcome. You can come to me, I will direct you. What else? Yeah, for everyone who are first time here, please don't talk on the streets. That's for everyone. But those who are new here, we don't know because of the neighbors. So if you want to spend time and talk a lot, it's here inside, but not on the street. Also, parking should be done only in the places which is meant for parking. Huh? Yeah, I know. So this is it. Please, Shridevi Mataji, you have something to say?
Yes, just a small announcement
Yeah.
for guests and newcomers about our organic farm in...
Okay.
Just 2 minutes. So dear devotees, this is just a very small announcement for those people who don't know. Our guests, our newcomers, maybe some young devotees from other yatras. We have a very nice organic farm where cows are being protected and natural living, simple living, high thinking is being practiced. And we want to encourage you to visit this farm, to go there, to see how nicely everything is being grown with cow dung, cow urine, cow manure, no pesticides, no chemicals, nothing that is harmful to Mother Earth. A truly ahimsa lifestyle is being practiced, and Mother Cow there has been giving milk, one cow, for 22 years, long after her baby has grown up, because she is being treated with so much love. And so, we want to impress on you that, as Srila Prabhupada said, every city temple should have a farm temple as a sister temple. So we want to encourage devotees to go there, hold sanghas, see how things are, serve there, assist there, in order to further the mission of Krishna consciousness. If you need further details, please contact Antardvi Prabhu. Raise your hand, Antardvi Prabhu. So this is Antardvi Prabhu. His mother is here, Raga Manjari, who has been taking care of cows, Haribol, and Ashtashaki Mataji and their little son Vidwan. Thank you very much. Give them a big hand.
Se pravi, danes imamo prasadam je kadaši, serviral se bo vzuni, prednost imajo tisti, ki so, rekel, osnovna šola ali pa na 60 let. So prasadam will be served outside. Today is the Kadashi prasadam. It's most welcome. Everybody contribute something, like €5 around. And first in the line should be the ladies with children and old devotees. Hare Krishna. Now let's together pray. Sharira Vidajai. Sharira Vidajai, Jodendriya Take Hai, Jive Pele Vishai Sagore, Tadamada Jivati, Lobo Moisa Durmate, Take Chita Katina Samsare, Shri Krishna Bododoya Moy, Gori Bare Jiva Joy, Svaprasadam Nadila Bai, Senamrita Pau, Radha Krishna Guna Gau, Prema Rakosha Chaitanya Nitai, Vagat Prasadan Ki Jai. Hare Krišna, pa mogoče bo potem popoldne oziroma ob 7 še naprej program plus. Bomo preverili še. Hare Krišna.